shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs live. Fast talker, no riddling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That much make it a portrait. Gun kick back, not grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's the matter with King? No response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game and shoot, what said that you claim?
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from? I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
Welcome to the Xbox Tokyo Game Show 2024 broadcast. It's a pleasure to be back with the latest announcements from our creative teams and our publishing partners.
私が非常に参考にさせていただいたのは、ヘイローの第1作目。世界ってこんなに広がるんだなっていう、なんか未知の体験っていうものを体験できたときは、
我们希望通过这种趣味性的设计，带给玩家更纯粹的快乐。
ちょっとその従来のゲームとは一線を画するシステムというのがコアになってます。発想の転換が必要になるゲームだと思います。
Our commitment to being the home of players and creators around the world is absolute. And games from Japan and across Asia are a big part of it.
Peace and blessings and welcome to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, listen, we're going to get past all the BS. We're going to go straight to the topics, right? Now, I'm going to show you a video, just a little clip of what I said on a show. Now, dudes is coming from my 98%, right, all the time. And a lot of times, you know, when dudes clip videos, they clip videos and they don't give you exactly what was said. They just clip a small portion to work around their narrative. And that's what I call disingenuous. But that's when you worry about other people. So what I always say is if you don't understand something, you got to go to the source. You always got to hear everything. Because there's a lot of times people, and those individuals are I find them strange. I find them a little bit concerning. Because this is video games, and I don't ever understand why other people are so infatuated with others. But today was a Tokyo Game Show. And the Tokyo Game Show was a show for Microsoft to further try to make inroads in the Asian market. And to a lot of people's delight, they've done that. Now, I'm going to give you a score of the show. I'm going to show you what my highlights were of the show. This is not going to be a long video. This is going to be a shorter video. But also, at the same time, what they did do was you have to know the crowd that they're catering to. All right? So I'm not giving them no caveats. I don't give Sony no caveats with their state of play, and I'm not giving these guys any caveats with their Tokyo Game Show reveal. I'm going to talk about what I like, what I saw, what was there. And then we're going to have a conversation wrapped around that stuff, right? But what I'm going to do is give you a little bit of an intro into how it started, right? And then there's a point in the show where I truly got disgusted, and not at the person, just at the fact that they consistently do these things that harms their image in the eyes of the hardcore. But if you listen to all the rhetoric, and they're telling you PC, console, mobile, and they have this like hierarchy in which they go. So I don't know if that's the thought process in the building where console comes second to PC, but from the looks of things, it might be that, right? How does that make you feel as an Xbox owner? How does that make you feel as the gamer in the ecosystem? Now, I know hardcore dudes look to me to answer a lot of questions. And for the most part, I try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. When people tell me that they have information, I take it with a grain of salt. I'm like, whatever, you got to show me. Now, I don't know if people understand what that means. You have to show me. I don't believe anything. So whatever's in my DMs or whoever I talk to, I don't believe a damn thing that anybody says. I have to see for myself. And anytime I make a prediction based on what I want to see. Okay, so if I want to see Final Fantasy 16, I want to see it. All right. So as a gamer, wouldn't you? So please, like a lot of times these poor begging ponies, they want Halo, they want Gears, they want Forza. They want these things. Then they talk about it. They're like, I predict that it'll be at the show. I don't care if you're right or wrong. Doesn't matter to me. That's your wants, your needs, and your desires. Sometimes they won't be fulfilled. But I walked away from this Tokyo Game Show feeling a little bit empty, but I'm going to get into exactly why. So it came on at 6 a.m. today, Eastern Standard Time, and I was working. All right, so I did get a chance to watch it on my phone, but I got back home and I watched it again, and so I could have a better outlook on how I feel about it. And let's get started. Now, this is the part where I'm saying to Dirk, because Dirk asked me a question about Square and that Square is going to be in there in a big way. Now, I want you to understand, if you listen to a lot of the podcasters or a lot of people in the industry, we were always under the impression Final Fantasy 16 would be announced. I don't know what happened. Okay, so if it does, if it doesn't. But all right, so we get to this part and we'll talk about that.
If they put some of those games on Game Pass, what happens? Does that? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm back. Yeah, my wife just jumped in and the dogs is going crazy. So
Okay.
I heard it's a big game supposed to go inside Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
All right.
A big Square Enix game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I jumped out the window and I was upset because I had to jump on the Xbox Defense Force when they wasn't showing up at Tokyo Game Show, and I was just like, they ain't got nothing to show, B. So yeah, I had to eat those words. That's 2%. So what? Yeah.
So you like to win the show? You like the homie to win the show today?
Exactly. But I was on the defense front. I didn't do what he did.
Okay. He was on the defense. I got you.
I was on defense. I was like, they ain't have nothing to show, so they put all their eggs inside Gamescom. Well, what they did, right? They knocked me in the face with an egg ball with the PlayStation 5 version of Indiana Jones. So I'm walking around with egg on my face because they destroyed themselves. But then a little birdie hit me and was like, they're gonna do something and they're gonna announce it. So I thought they was gonna do something small. But from what I'm hearing, they're doing something big. And all right, so here's what I heard.
Okay.
All right, and this is not something, take this with a grain of salt. What they're going to show at the Tokyo Game Show is going to be all their partners that's all in the Eastern market in Asia, all of that stuff. That's encompassing Black Myth Wukong. So everybody wants a date for Black Myth, you're going to have a date. I'm not saying Black Myth is inside Game Pass. If it's inside Game Pass, y'all will not get me off of Twitter. Y'all will not get me off of YouTube. Y'all dudes just might as well delete your account and just move to Alaska. And just delete your channel because I'm popping in your channel. I'm doing all type. I'm asking you for a link. I'm pulling up to your house, knocking on your door with my phone in my hand, asking for a link. And you can ask how I found where you live. But I heard the whole slate from Square.
The whole slate, including seven.
The whole slate.
I mean, 7 make. Sorry.
Whatever they don't have, new JRPGs, the whole slate. So whatever contracts y'all think y'all know, whatever you think you know, I heard that's BS. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm from the show me state. You got to show me you got bread for you get in the club. I don't believe you.
Right.
Right. So when the game show comes up, yeah, cool. We'll see. But I know Square's going to be there in a big way. I already know they got Visions of Mana. I don't know if they hold Visions of Mana and say, boom, it's going inside Game Pass. I don't know. Right? I don't know if they say Final Fantasy 16, boom, is inside Game Pass. I don't know that. I don't know if they say Final Fantasy 16 is at full price and that old ass game, Final Fantasy 7 Remake and Final Fantasy Rebirth, is inside Game Pass and double will bang you. I don't know if that's what they do.
Ken, what if he gets up Forspoken?
I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll take it because I bet you those dudes right now take Redfall as much as they tell you that they won't.
Right.
I bet you down. I don't believe anything anybody says anymore because they're liars, right? Because the fact is, when they put those 4 stimmies over there, those dudes were saying, "Nah, we don't want Xbox games." For years, they've been saying this. So the lie detector detected that's a lie because all 4 generals told you that they have that game.
Right.
All 4 of them, and they're the leaders of "we don't want your shit" stuff, right? So that's them, right? Okay, so y'all the leaders of that, but y'all brought it. Right. And I know all of y'all got Xboxes. I know it. So let's tell the truth and shame the devil. Let's be real here. So the fact of the matter is now you get to game with your friends on the platform that you love, not knowing that you're stupid is on crossplay. But I know for a fact that Xbox games sell over. I want Forspoken. You ain't going to hear me tell you no. I don't care to buy it on PlayStation. I don't like it over there. And I think it'll run better on my X. Now, as you can see, somebody told me something. I said, take it with a grain of salt. This is what they said that's going to be there, the whole slate. I under the impression still that Square is working with them in a large capacity. And they'll be bringing the games over as quickly as they possibly can. I don't know if they are talking about games that can be shown or games that are finished. So I have absolutely no idea what their roadmap is and what their plans are with Xbox. But from what I understand, it's substantial, right? So Age of Mythologies, Pillars of Eternity. It's a cool title. I see that they're bringing like the Genghis Khan aspect to it. And it's going to be a fun thing if you like to micromanage and to play the God Sim type of ways, right? I like that micromanaging thing. I like to gain resources, build up my army, invade this side. Real-time strategy games are fun to me. And this one, you get to craft the world's their destiny, right? So it's a cool game. It's a nice twist that they put on it, and I'm eagerly anticipating it. To see Konami bring a Suikoden over, working with Xbox, that's another title that brings together the ways how we game, right? So they got the Suikoden remaster, and you can see the differences between the initial and the now, right? And it's cool. All right, so if you never got a chance to play Suikoden, I highly recommend it. The remaster is a cool way to jump in. I played the originals that launched on the PlayStation console. And it was something that Sovereign Cog and I got a chance to play because, heavy into RPGs. It's turn-based. I like turn-based RPGs. I saw a lot of those turn-based RPGs today, and I'm really excited for expanding it to Japanese RPGs. JRPGs are necessary and needed on the Xbox platform, and Suikoden coming out in March 2025 is a good look. This is one that I saw, Sin Duality, and it has a good look to it, a good feel to it. It kind of reminds me of Robotech. In a sense, you get a mech, you get a character, you go through the world. I don't know if you have crafting or something like that, but they showed them eating, cleaning the rooms, fixing the bed, a sense of community. So it must be some type of mission strategy built around this, and some camaraderie when you're fighting. Maybe it's multiplayer, maybe it isn't. this one intrigued me a lot, and I said to myself, when it comes out in January, I'm looking forward to this title itself. So Sin Duality is something that I saw and I liked. Starbites kind of shocked me because I thought it was Fortnite. And it has those kind of colors, everybody's using these weird colors now, and very vibrant, very cartoony. It's a action adventure RPG set in like the desert. It seems kind of like what is that game that I just saw? I just saw the movie of it. Wow, how did I blank out on that? But it reminds me of those type of games, looter shooter games. It looks cool. It looks intriguing. It looks like something. I like the guy with the wings. I like the little girl with the glasses. I like the robot. It kind of gives me an Overwatch feel. So, yeah. Then the hub world, like on the top, like you zooming around in your mech, going from place to place, seeing people. I don't know. It seems like the world is world crafted and lived in, and something I want to explore. And of course, how can I forget Snake Eater? Snake Eater to me was, I think, my best Metal Gear Solid game. To me, it introduced a lot of different aspects to the game, and I want to go back and revisit it because a lot of time has passed, and I've forgotten more games than I remember. To be honest with you, I've forgotten more aspect of games that I remember. Sometimes it blurs which console that I played on. I have every console, so and a lot of times I will purchase many iterations of the same games on other consoles just to see the differences. That's a small idiosyncrasy that I have within myself, but I always found this one to be a very tight story, a very good graphics, and it gave me a greater sense of Snake and what the world was. So this time I really had my feet under myself when it came to the character itself. And I remember the leaves moving when I was crawling in the grass, when you walked on the bridge, how the bridge swayed. It was attention to detail that Konami gave that was incredible to me. So to go into the rich history of the villains like Ocelot and stuff like that. That Revolver Ocelot is kind of crazy. Probably one of my favorite characters. But again, like I said, this game has such rich lore, such rich texture to it that it defies how games were told before. It had a complete story. It played like a novella, like a story, like and did like a General Hospital type of thing. This is the first time that video games allowed you to feel like part of a greater story. And to me, the most disappointing aspect of this show was when Sarah Bond talked about the Fire Stick. Now she talked about the Asian market and how Square was bringing stuff over and all the wonderful games, of course. But at the same time, she brought up how you didn't need a console and then you could jump in. Now remember, this market is necessary for those type of things, right? Maybe they need easier buy-in entry. They're trying to figure out how to penetrate that market. So bringing that up here kind of makes sense. But at the same time, I'm disappointed as Xbox Hardcore do. I thought that Final Fantasy would be here, Final Fantasy 16, to be honest with you. So, Square did show up. Square did show support, and more than anything in the past, I feel that now is the time that Xbox can take advantage of a lack of presence in the region from the other big player in the market. So again, not my greatest moment. I did not like the moment at all. But again, I understand the moment. But this was the worst part of the show for me. Now, listen, man, I'm not gonna hold you. I gave Sony a lot of smoke. I always give Sony smoke. I don't give a damn. I gave Sony a lot of smoke for the state of play, and I call it state of whack. But there was games that I wanted to play. And unlike a lot of PlayStation guys or console channels or whatever, I gave it a higher score. I gave it a score of a 5 because I saw stuff that I wanted there. And I'm gonna tell you, man, there were some games that I want to hear, and what boosted it up a little bit more for me was the fact that a lot of those games is in Game Pass. Like Trials of Mana is in Game Pass. So, and Day and Date dropped right there, boom, bang. And then a lot of those games are coming to Game Pass. So the way that we watch the shows are a little bit different. But regardless to what, I gave the show a 5. I gave the show a 5 because it was a missed opportunity from Microsoft to actually go and take the reins and control the narrative. At the same on a day where Sony decided to issue on your parade and give you the highly anticipated PlayStation 5 Pro with only 12,300 copies, 30th year edition, gold live, to take your thunder away. You continue to play nice with these idiots and at your own detriment. So to me, your show was a 5. It wasn't more than a 5. It wasn't less than a 5. It was just a 5. It was meh. It was mid. And it's a 5 out of 10. So it's not a 5 out of 5. It's a 5 out of 10. State of Play was a 5 out of 10. And I'm not rejoicing at all. I came there, I wanted to see more games from Square. I wanted to see that, that punch, that game that had the punch. And for a lot of Final Fantasy games, it's going to be that Pixel Remaster Collection. It's going to be that. For a lot of people, it's going to be the Suikoden. But for me, myself, it was a couple of games there that I liked. And other than that, no. So this to me, honestly, was probably your worst show of the year. Now, and I understand because a lot of the games didn't resonate with me. They do and they don't. You need Japanese RPGs? Yes. Did they wow me? No, because a lot of these games are so early. A lot of these games I've had before in the past. So these games really didn't do for me what I guess you guys wanted it to do. Then you came out talking about a damn Fire Stick. I really don't care about it. So you're gonna get a 5. And the show, y'all need to sit down to figure out how to put a punch in the show. You don't go from that super show that you gave to Gamescom where y'all was riding high and then you just shot yourself out the sky by announcing a game that shouldn't have even been announced there. But yet again, I see Indiana Jones. Here we go again. It's like the dog and pony show. You're trotting out Indy. Here goes Indy again. Where's Indy? Indy's in Japan now. Come on, man. Why ain't you show a Xbox first IP made for the Japanese market? Why didn't you do that? Why didn't you gear it towards that? Indiana Jones, a Western game? Who the hell in Asia, in Japan, cares about an American grave digger? Who cares about that? Nobody. I damn sure don't care about India as much as before. So why the hell are you showing it? Excuse me. But anyway, you're a 5. So this is the part in the video. If you like anything that you saw, like, follow, and subscribe. And if you don't, I don't give a damn. Because I'm going to tell you something. Unlike those frauds that you guys follow, I'm going to keep it real with you 100% of the time. This show wasn't it for me. JRPGs? Yeah, of course. Love them. Did they wow me with their first party? No. And I know this was a third party, was going to show a lot more third party stuff. Of course, so what? But at the same time, when you come into my house, bring me a goddamn gift. You didn't bring no gifts, bro. You brought Indiana Jones. That's like going to somebody that's in a wheelchair and bringing them a new pair of Kanye, just some Yeezys. Are you stupid? Come on, man. So I'm going to take this logo and I'm going to throw it around. What's the next? I'm going to throw it around Call of Duty. No, actually, no. I'm going to throw it around the community stream tomorrow because we're playing Halo. Because I got to get my mind off of this. You made people get up at 6 a.m. in the morning to watch this, and some people earlier across the world. Oh, God, y'all guys, man. You do it to yourselves all the time. And, you know, a lot of dudes defend you. I'm not going to sit here and defend this crap. God bless. I know how you PlayStation fans feel with that state of play, but at least you had 1 or 2 games that you was like, woo woo. I had absolutely 0 games that I said woo woo for. Now, games I like, yeah. Did they stop my heart? Did I go crazy? No. But those games is inside Game Pass. So I can't big up Game Pass and you understand? Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Pause. I did it bad, man. Try to play the Game Pass, man. Get out of here.